Hi, I'm Andy and welcome back. This is 54 and wanting more for those of you new to the channel. And I'm a 54-year-old woman that is rewriting what it looks and feels like to be at this stage in life. And I'm going to share with you my experiences and hopefully give you some inspiration to maybe have a look at going in a different direction than what most people would be doing at the moment, which is settling down, because I'm going to try and focus on rising up. Hey, here we go. It's episode 4, and episode 4 is the M word. Yes. How many of you saw that little clip and thought, menopause? Yes, the M word. But it's not just menopause, is it? It's menopause, memory loss, muscle loss, metabolism, migraines, mindfulness. I could go on and on and on. I'm sure there's a few more M's out there. And basically, I got to 50 and I got to the menopause like turning off a light switch. So what happened with me is I was on the pill for a very long time and very happy with it. And then I got to 50 and thought, yeah, maybe I should stop taking it now. So I stopped. And within days of me stop taking the pill, that was it. There was no more menstruation. Okay, fine. But what I wasn't expecting was all the other things that were coming along to do with the menopause. So it started off with the hot flushes, and I've worked with some colleagues and friends that were going through them a few years ago, and I was like, they've got their fan out. Oh my God, it's bloody awful, isn't it? It's horrible, especially the night sweats, or when you're putting your makeup on and you're just finished and then psh, and it all just melts away. Anyway, I could stand here and bitch about the menopause for hours. I'm not going to do that. But what I want to talk about is how surprising it snuck up on me. So when I got to 50 and the menopause hit, it was actually in the year that COVID struck as well. So great timing. The main issue that I had was all of a sudden I couldn't do the things that I used to do. And that meant that I had to change things reluctantly. And I'm sure there's a few people nodding their heads out there, but the memory loss and the lack of libido, all these things that I'm like, what is going on? I mean, I didn't want to change that much. The problem that I had, the biggest issue that I had was I was always into my fitness. I was running, I liked the gym, I did my yoga, I did everything. At about, let's say, 6 months in, about 6 months into well, they call it the perimenopause, don't they? So you're not in menopause until it's 12 months later. My joints went, my wrists and my Achilles, my ankles. This was not good. So you imagine all of a sudden I had to stop everything. I couldn't go running anymore. I couldn't even do my yoga. Couldn't do, it was so basic. And I have to say at this stage, I was getting really low and down. And I thought, okay, what's all this HRT stuff then? So, I went on the internet, learned all about that, went to the doctor. It was a female doctor. And she said, oh, you can't go on HRT because back 30 plus years ago, I had some abnormal cells in my abdomen. And they said, oh, you can't go on it. Okay. So now what? Nothing. right? I actually moved home in this time, so I went to another doctor, and they said, oh yeah, no, you can't go on HRT, but we can give you antidepressants. And I was like, I'm not depressed. I'm not depressed at all. I just would like something to stop the hot flushes and, maybe give me some more energy. But no, that was all I got offered, seriously. So then I went down the path of Google, and down the path of talking to all my friends that were going through similar experiences. Sometimes they went to these menopause clinics that all of a sudden seemed to be sprouting up during COVID. I tried to get into a couple of them, but couldn't for whatever reasons. So I was basically just winging it, and whichever way the wind blew, I was trying all sorts of things. So I think the thing that I want to say about the M word is, if you're experiencing it now, whether you're on HRT or you're not, it is a case about trying different things and not giving up on yourself. It would have been just so easy. I, at one point, couldn't walk up the stairs because my ankles were so immobile. At one point, I couldn't brush my teeth. It was so difficult to wash my hair because my wrists had gone. I did end up having an operation on the one wrist, but the other one did start to heal itself. And it was a slow process. I can say that it took my ankles, which, I thought, I went to physiotherapy, I had electric therapy on them, everything. I was taking this MSM that I've mentioned previously, everything for joints, collagen, everything I was taking. It took me 1.5 to 2 years to become fully fit again. I thought it would be taking 6 to 8 weeks before my heels would heal, but they didn't. Before my wrists were back in action so I could do my downward dog again. But it wasn't. It was 1.5 to 2 years. And this is where the being persistent, being patient, and being consistent comes in. You have to do it. And you have to be able to be consistent every day with your exercise, as little as it was. My mum, God bless her, she told me about doing some form of exercise that she was doing with a lady called Miranda Esmond White. Google her. She is amazing. So she was talking all about fascia in the body and how this can help improve your mobility. So I started doing that because it didn't involve putting any pressure on my wrists or any pressure on my ankles. And within 2 weeks, I mean, yes, I was doing everything else as well, but within 2 weeks of doing these exercises every day, my ankles started to improve. I could walk up the stairs again. I could, with my wrists, I could start to do this sort of motion with them and it not absolutely kill me. My thumb was not able to touch that part of my hand. It was impossible. I couldn't do that. It was just so painful. So it took 1.5 to 2 years. And the message I'm trying to get through here is, don't give up on yourself. How many people do you know that have had some sort of ailment or have gone through some sort of surgery and they're told that they have to do their physio every day or every week, and they don't do it? And then they deteriorate and things get worse and mobility gets worse. And you start to feel more fed up and more depressed because you can't do the things that you used to do. You can't enjoy being with the family or playing with your kids like you used to. Getting up and out of a seat, the sofa, or getting in and out of a car used to be difficult. It's crazy, isn't it? I felt like overnight I'd aged 20 years. My other half, bless him, he had to do all the ironing, all the cleaning, most of the, the wash, all the household duties. He really, really had to look after me because I couldn't do it. I mean, he does all the cooking anyway, but he's so good at cooking and he enjoys it. So I let him continue to do the cooking, of course. But no, that's by the by. Yeah, so the message I'm trying to get across is do not give up on yourself. If you have an issue at the moment with the M word, focus on it. Get in there and find out something that's going to work for you. Don't give up. Don't accept it. Don't accept that your energy level's low or that your memory loss is getting worse. There's going to be things that you can do to improve them and to enhance it. Check it out. Speak to your friends. Speak to your doctor. You can find support with these different female clinics that they have around now. But what I'm urging people to do is to find it out. Go out there and physically research, and find things out and talk to people. I mean, everybody's different. All my friends that have gone through the menopause have had very different experiences to what I've had. And it's interesting, and it's important to gain the knowledge so that you can make decisions with the fact that you have got as much knowledge as possible before you go into something. Yeah, so don't worry about what other people are going to think and what other people are other people judging you. I don't think they are. And if they are, so what? What's it got to do with them? You go out there and do what you've got to do for you. And my final huge message to the M word is that you have got to put you first. Always. You've got to put you first. If you're happy, if you're progressing, then your whole environment around you will have the same vibe. It'll just spread out like spreading the love. So you've got to put you first. That's the most important thing, and one of the main things I want you to take away from this small YouTube video today. The M word. Let's make it magical, mystical, marvelous, and not all those other horrible M words that I said at the beginning. The things that you can look at to help put yourself first is giving yourself some me time or some you time. Do you like to read? Set aside an hour that you can just sit somewhere nice quietly, or go to a coffee shop, treat yourself to a coffee, take a book or your Kindle, give yourself an hour to yourself. Do you like walking? Go for a walk. Walk. But give yourself that time, regardless of what's going on in your life. Give yourself an hour a day. What's an hour a day for yourself? Make the change. Put yourself first. Pick one thing that you would like to do and that you're not doing at the moment. One thing. Drop it in the comments below. What's the one thing that you are going to do from now on for yourself? Doesn't matter how small it is. It could be going to bed 20 minutes earlier. It could be drinking less alcohol. I've done that. You do feel better, you know. I know. But that's another subject. Anything. If you enjoyed this, can you give me a thumbs up? It helps more than you know. And if you want to continue to subscribe and find out more about life, the joys of going through midlife, join the journey with me and subscribe. Thank you, and let's continue the adventure. Let's make the best years that are coming the best years yet.